Hey everyone, it's Mike coming to you live today from the EPCOT International Festival of the Arts. Hey Randy, hope everyone's having a good day, ready for the weekend, and ready to check out the Festival of the Arts. Today is the first day of the festival, and let me tell you, I did a quick lap around the park. It's busy. I actually don't know if we're going to get all the way around World Showcase today because it is pretty packed. Excuse me. Just something for you to keep in mind if you're planning a Walt Disney World Resort vacation and you are visiting EPCOT. First weekend of a festival is always busy. So this whole weekend will be busy here at EPCOT. That goes for food and wine, flower and garden, Festival of the Holidays. That's always going to be busy. So just something to keep in mind when you're planning. And your Destination to Travel advisor will be happy to let you know when those festivals begin. Got to hang out here for a second, get the shot of the monorail. Randy says Festival of the Arts is a fave. Yeah, I really love Festival of the Arts. It's, obviously all the festivals have a bunch of food and drink offerings, and they're always really exciting. Festival of the Arts surprises us every year. I don't know how it still does, but we always find some of our favorite food of the entire year, even including Food and Wine Festival. Like the food here at Festival of the Arts, while it's made, like the main focus is for it to look really pretty and sort of that Instagrammable style of food, it's always really, really good. And I did try something already today, and you'll see pictures on our socials after we're done here. And it was delicious again. It's always really good. So yeah, Festival of the Arts is one of our favorites. And there's, on top of the food and drinks, there's a lot of other offerings, things going on, and we'll check some of that out. Randy's expecting snow. Yeah, it's been chilly here. Like we've been in like the 40s to 50s, right around there. But it warmed up today, and I came out with a hoodie on, and I have since removed that. That is now in my backpack. So it's a t-shirt kind of day right now. It's not really warm, but it is, I would guess it's low 60s right now. So in the sun, it gets a little warm. And like I said, it's a really busy day. You'll see crowds as we make our way around. So that only adds to the warmth a little bit. So again, this is the first day of the EPCOT International Festival of the Arts. I did pick up my passport on my way into the park. If you saw our stories on Facebook or Instagram, you saw that. The festival, again, kicked off today and runs through February 24th. So you've got a month and a half. This is one of the shorter festivals. This and Festival of the Holidays are the two short ones. While Flower and Garden and Food and Wine run for multiple months. Wow, mid-60s there for Randy, but expecting snow and ice later. That's crazy. That does bring up a good point that I like to bring up this time of year. If you are planning to visit this time of year, prepare for anything weather-wise. Like I said, it's been cold, but it warms up. So we have gone from the 40s to the 80s over the last month. And I mean back and forth. Like you never know, day to day it could change. So prepare for anything if you're visiting in really end of December through February, I would say. All right, so our first stop today is going to be what has become the festival hub. We saw this for Food and Wine, and now we are seeing it for festival, or we saw this for, we did see it for Food and Wine, but also for Festival of the Holidays, and we are about to see it for Festival of the Arts as well. The Communicore Plaza serves as a festival hub where they have sort of themed, entertainment is a bit much, but right now they have an exhibit for the 30th anniversary of Disney on Broadway. So let's pop in there. They have some of the costumes and props on display from various Disney on Broadway shows. It was really cool. I took a quick walk through there before. Hopefully the service holds up in there. I think we held up okay last time during the Festival of the Holidays, so we should be okay. Hi, Helen. See, we are at 30 degrees. Yeah, I'm not envious of that. Yeah, and Randy reiterates for me, plan for anything this time of year when visiting Walt Disney World. Looks like we do have a little bit of a wait here. Oh, what's going on?
Everyone to the stage. It's showtime. Step inside to explore Once Upon a Stage, celebrating 30 years of Disney on Broadway, and discover props and costumes from your favorite stage musicals. Let's go.
Let's go. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Jeff.
Those are really known for seeing elements that are kind of kept more intimate into
So we'll see some of the props and puppets and things from things like Disney's Aladdin or Lion King on Broadway, Aladdin. Got more Lion King over here. The Zazu puppet. And my favorite, the Pumbaa puppet over here. I've actually never seen Lion King on Broadway. It is high on my list for things I need to see. And it is actually coming to Orlando this year, so I'm excited to hopefully get to check that out. Those of you watching, have you ever seen a Disney on Broadway show? Whether, you know, on Broadway or traveling? Hi, Steven. We got I guess we are going to have some streaming issues in here, so I won't stay in here for too long, but I wanted to show off some of the props and costumes. See some costumes from Aladdin, Little Mermaid. Excuse me. More Lion King. Big Disney on Broadway display here. We got some Mary Poppins. And of course, Frozen. Yeah, I hear it's a little bit choppy. Well, we won't stay in here too long. I'm going to head out right now, actually. But just wanted to show you guys some of the costumes they have on display. And then, of course, we do have some art available for sale in here. And some of the Festival of the Arts merchandise. This Figment Loungefly and ears. And then we exit out into Communicore Plaza here, where the Encanto show is going on, which recently it was announced that the Encanto show was made permanent. So it was a temporary offering when the Communicore Plaza first opened, but it was recently transitioned to permanent, which is cool. I think it's a really good show. It's, especially if you're here with kids, it's a lot of fun. Opposite the Encanto show, you got the stage here where they do have musical performers. Obviously nobody right now with the Encanto show happening, but it looks like Nicholas Marks will go from 2 to 2:15. I did hear him playing earlier. He was fantastic. He's a guitarist. Really, really good. So that's something worth checking out if you're here for Festival of the Arts. Let me catch up on a couple comments here too. Steven says he's never been to a Broadway show, but plan to one day. Highly recommend. I've never actually seen it. Well, I saw one show on Broadway. We don't need to get into Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark, but I did see plenty of shows traveling when they're here in Orlando. And I've seen Frozen, so I see Helen says Frozen. Fantastic. Highly recommend Frozen. Aladdin is also really, really great. So a couple of really good shows. Let's see here. Encanto is my favorite 2020s film. Excuse me. Yeah, that's hard to contend with. I'm not sure what else would be up there for me. Let's see. Helen says, fun show. Yeah, the Encanto show is is really good. Randy asks, is the Encanto show a one and done or could it be repeatable? I think it's repeatable. It's a dance along fun show. It's definitely geared towards a younger audience, but it's always fun watching how much fun the kids are having. So I recommend checking it out at least once. I think you can go back to it. I've watched it a couple times already, so. But then again, I'm here quite often. All right, one of the big things about the Festival of the Arts, as I try to talk over the Encanto show, is the art that is for sale. You'll see a bunch of Disney art all around the parks, or around the park. Really like these Steamboat Willie pieces. And we'll see some more all around. There's always some really amazing artwork available. So if you're looking to add to your collection, this is the place to do it. If you're like me and have no more room for your collection, it's really difficult to avoid adding to it. I need to walk around with blinders on and not actually look at the art, but there's so much cool stuff.
Okay. When that part of the song comes up, we're all going to do the same movement together. One. We don't talk about Bruno. Let's do it together. Come on. We don't talk about Bruno.
All right, let's see. How do I want to do this? We're going to head down the main walkway here, the port of entry into World Showcase, and we'll walk a little bit of World Showcase here today. You know what? We're gonna go for it. We're gonna go try and go around. It's gonna be crowded. We're gonna have to kind of fight our way through. We might not make it all the way around. We might end the stream somewhere in the back of the park, but that's okay. We'll just take a walk in the meantime. Steven says, love the art. Oh, is Marissa here? I know she's here for Festival of the Arts. I didn't know if she was here for the very first day. Marissa, one of the Destinations to Travel advisors who can help you plan your Walt Disney World Resort vacation, but also an incredible artist, does some of the chalk art here.
You did? Okay, well, we gotta get you beauty.
And we're going to check out some of this chalk art. I did take a quick peek at it as I was walking by before, and it is unbelievably impressive. I don't understand how artists can do this, but here you go.
I like Mickey.
Oops, sorry. You guys know I'm going to love the Ant-Man.
Bear mirrors. That's terrible to see, but yeah.
Let's see, I think they only have one side right now. Again, it's the first day of the festival, but they do fill this up. They do both sides here, and you'll see different art as the event goes on. So always worth checking back if you're here for a while. Maybe if you have a week-long vacation, plan to visit the beginning and at the end of your vacation. This is a really cool piece that they're working on right now. It's Inside Out characters. And then they always have the forced perspective art piece over here with the chalk as well. Oh, it looks like he's actually painting this one. Oh, and it is, I'm on the wrong side of it, but this is a Hulk. Wow, that is really impressive.
Yeah, when I walked in, he was like still, that's the first
You can see the artist's name here.
I want to do it from the other side. I know. Damn, that's nice. Hi.
And you got a Festival of the Arts photo op right here. Oh, Helen says I think Ant-Man may have been Marissa's. I thought I saw a different name on there. I could be wrong. I might have been thinking of one of the other ones. If so, amazing job, Marissa. And if not, whatever you will do, I'm sure it'll be amazing because every year Marissa does something incredible with the chalk art or the chalk walk over there.
Or it could have been a joke.
We got plenty of other art booths here.
What?
And you'll see plenty of Disney art, but also just more original art that's not based on characters. And we've got a food booth here. We got the Deco Delights, where you can get the almond frangipane cake, as well as a beverage flight. Steven says makes you want to jump in the drawings like Mary Poppins. Yeah, I mean, I'm so lacking in artistic ability that it blows my mind what these artists can do, and that's just with chalk on the ground. How do you do that? We've got the Thomas Kinkade booths over here. We have a couple of Thomas Kinkade pieces at home. If you're not familiar, he does some really, really amazing artwork, both Disney and not. Let's see, we got a Brave piece here. We got an Alice in Wonderland. And another Alice down here. Like I said, it is a busy day. First day of a festival is always going to be a busy one. And really that first weekend as a whole, always going to be busy. Aside from that though, right now is a pretty good time to visit crowd-wise. I was checking some wait times yesterday and things were mostly down. So, you know, after the holidays, you got a little bit of a lull here. So it's a good time of year to visit. Again, you got to prepare for anything with the weather, but all right, I passed by the Canada Pavilion booth here, and we have a menu over here. I don't think there was anything different. Oh yes, there was, the citrus braised beef tartare. I don't know if I will do the beef tartare. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll try it. I did try one thing, and I'll talk about that as we get back to the American Adventure Pavilion. Oh, cool. Stephen visited the Thomas Kinkade store. Yeah, he's one of my favorite artists, does some really amazing work. We have a Tangled piece by Thomas Kinkade that is really awesome. And there's 2 full booths here at Festival of the Arts, so there's a lot of his art here.
Okay, well, I hope Mom's phone stays working.
Steven says the beef tartare sounds delicious. I mean, it does. Just don't know that it's my thing. I mean, I'll probably get around to trying it at some point. Just depends on how many times I get out here. All right, coming through the UK here, there is nothing for the festival aside from, you know, some of the banners and things like that. Yeah, Randy says, good thing I'm eating my lunch right now. Believe it or not, I ate something today before we started our live stream. So my schedule is a little bit backwards today. So I did get to try something. Like I said, we'll talk about that when we get to the American Adventure Pavilion. And you'll see photos on our socials later. There are still some holiday decorations up around EPCOT right now. which is kind of surprising. Usually those are taken down by the start of the Festival of the Arts, but it's not much. There is the tree is still up in American Adventure Pavilion. As we make our way over towards France, this is a good time to remind you that if you would like to plan a Walt Disney World Resort vacation, let us help you do that. Head over to d2travel.com or send us an email at info@d2travel.com. That's travel.com. Let one of our advisors plan your next Walt Disney World Resort vacation. Makes things so much easier and stress-free for you. And it's at no additional cost to you, so it's a no-brainer. Highly recommend it. I visit the parks all the time. If I go out to Disneyland, I use one of our Destinations Travel advisors. Just makes things so much easier. Why not? So again, that's d2travel.com. You can send us an email at info@d2travel.com. d2travel.com. Hi, Gary. As we continue to make our way over here, I will mention too, one of the things we want to do this year is we want to spotlight the Walt Disney World Resort hotels. So spend some time at each one at some point this year. There's a lot of them, so we will have a lot to cover there. But curious, what are your favorite Walt Disney World Resort hotels? What's your go-to? Where do you like to stay? Randy, I know you're a big Riviera fan. I love Riviera too. We've stayed there a couple times. What else? What other hotels do people like out there? What do you think? Let me know. In the meantime, we have reached the France Pavilion, and here is the menu for the food booth here for the festival. We've got creamy brie and a house-made bread bowl. That is the winner every year. I like the dessert, the chocolate snails they made there. It's pretty cool looking. Let's see. Randy says I have 3 favorites. Well, I know Riviera. What are the other 2? Thank you, Gary. I'm happy to take you for this walk around Epcot. And if you are new to our videos, by the way, we do these live streams roughly once a week. We get out to the parks, the hotels, other fun things. So be sure to like, follow, subscribe. We do these live streams on our YouTube as well. Sometimes we are exclusive to our YouTube. So head over to youtube.com/d2travel to subscribe there so you don't miss any of the fun. We have a couple more. Helen says Wilderness Lodge, which is my personal favorite. Love that one. And then Port Orleans French Quarter, which I love. That's my favorite quick service of any Walt Disney World Resort hotel. My favorite quick service dining location is Sassagoula Float Works. Love their food there. Hi, Cindy. So we are at the Encanto Cochina, another one of the returning food booths for this year, and you get same menu from last year. You get the chorizo and potato empanada, which was delicious. You got a spicy soup and then a passion fruit filled mango cheesecake, which sounds really good. Like I said, busy day here. And you can see their art booths set up on either side, so
it is a crowded day in Epcot. I think so. Guys, there's a few people here.
Okay, Bay Lake Tower. Are you Fort Wilderness Lodge? Is that what you're saying there? And then What was the one I missed? Hang on. Animal Kingdom Lodge. Yeah, love Animal Kingdom Lodge as well. Oh, Helen likes the gluten-free beignets. There you go. I didn't realize they had those. That's awesome. The beignets, of course, are delicious. Gary says, boy, I wish I was there. Yeah, even though it's a busy day, you're still, making a walk around Epcot. Can't be a bad day. Hi, Jack. So again, if you're joining late, this is the first day of the EPCOT International Festival of the Arts. This will run through February 24th, so you've got a little over a month to come out and check out the festival. So we have another art booth here. Looks like they do have some Disney art. This is Disney Gallery artists. Let's see, let's pop in real quick. Got a pretty wide array here. Saw some Star Wars stuff. Got some parks. Get the Headless Horseman. Kingdom Hearts down here. Muppets. This Moana piece is really cool. I really like that one. And we got some Star Wars and Marvel stuff over here too. And this is another cool thing about Festival of the Arts is you will see the artists here signing their work.
They don't know how lucky they don't know how lucky they got it.
One was at like 5 and one was at like...
No.
One tip I would have if you are planning to come out to Festival of the Arts, if you're going to buy any of the art, do it at the end of the day. You don't want to be stuck carrying it around. Especially if you're going to buy a bigger piece. I mean, if you're going to buy a really big piece, they can ship it to you, but otherwise, make it the last thing you do for the day. I couldn't get over to the Japan Pavilion booth, but you can see the line for it is very long. Back all the way out here. The booth is up here. They don't really have any switchbacks or anything though, so it's not as bad as it looks. They have like one little switchback here, so it'll probably go pretty quick. But here is the menu. I do have to come back for that Wagyu bun. That sounds really, really good.
All right, I'm coming in.
I would really Wagyu anything. I'm there for it. So sorry, I feel like I missed a couple comments here. I'm going to try and scroll back, but I'm also trying not to bump into anybody, so bear with me. Let's see. Gary's dealing with 34 degrees up in Massachusetts. Yep. Not envious of that. Sorry, Gary. Steven, how did I just had a guess. I had a feeling that you were a Kingdom Hearts fan. I don't know what it was. Just kind of stuck out to me. So, yeah, I thought that piece was really cool as well. I've played Kingdom Hearts a long time ago, and don't really remember a lot of it. I remember the characters. I remember Sora. Sort of iconic artwork. So that was a really cool piece. All right, we've reached the American Adventure Pavilion. Right in here is where you'll find the artist's table. Let's see. The line looks like it's actually a little bit shorter. Line looks like it's a little bit shorter than when I waited before right now, so. And I waited, maybe it's about the same length. That's about what I waited in. You see the line kind of extending out past the queue here. And I only waited about 10 minutes, something like that. It really wasn't that long at all, so it looks a lot longer than it is. But I tried the Deviled Egg Trio. Let me see if I can get around to the pictures over there. But again, we do have pictures we'll share on our socials later, so be sure to check that out. Let's see what they have on the menu over here. Yeah, here we go. Here's the artist table menu. Like I said, I tried the Deviled Egg Trio. They have the chicken pot pie, a chicken pot pie inspired dish there, an open-faced sort of chicken pot pie. The hummingbird cake I did not have today, but I have had in the past, and it is delicious. Highly recommend that. And then they do have a beer flight here as well. And again, these lines do look pretty daunting right now, but like I said, this is about what I waited in, and I only waited about 10 minutes, so it's really not that bad. I realize, by the way, we are walking the opposite way of where we usually go, but, you know, things are a little bit different today. So the America Gardens Theater is right across from us here. We've got the Disney on Broadway concert series for Festival of the Arts. So you'll see some of the stars of Disney on Broadway shows perform some of the songs from the shows in which they perform, and some other songs as well. So really cool shows to check out. I see Patty Murin is on there, who I know plays Anna. Looks like she's on tonight. That's very cool. Plays Anna in Frozen, of course. Or played Anna. I believe she was the original Anna. So that's really cool. Let me see. I don't think they have the whole schedule out on the signs like they do for things like the Garden Rocks concert series or Eat to the Beat. Might be the digital sign here. Let me take a look. Oh no, but they do have Animation Academy as well, where an artist will teach you how to draw characters. Sorry, I can't really even see this sign in the video. Hi. But, so they do basically like the learn to draw classes with artists taking the stage up there. Randy says, get me a slice of the cake. Yeah, that hummingbird cake is really good. All right, coming through Italy, and the Italy Pavilion booth for Festival of the Arts has a tricolor ravioli that looks really, really good. Italy, unfortunately, also always has one of the longest lines, so I don't know when I'll be getting to that, but we'll see. I will. It's high on my list for sure. You can see, it doesn't even look like there's a line over there. It just looks like a crowd of people. Oh, Helen says, love the Animation Academy. I've never done that here for Festival of the Arts. I did do that in Animal Kingdom when they were doing Lion King characters, and I did a very mediocre Simba. Like I said, I have no artistic ability whatsoever. There you go. You can see it's just crowded in front of the Italy booth there. All right, Randy, here you go. Here's your trains. Let's see, do they have the Festival of the Arts banners in the little town there? Looks like they do. Let's try and get around to get a better look. I don't know if you'll really be able to see in the video, but they update the little town square here with the banners from the festival that is going on. So you can see the Festival of the Arts banners there. What shenanigans are the train folk up to today? says Randy. All right, it's not taking us too long to get to showcase today. We got about halfway to go here. It is a beautiful day here right now. It's just one of those days where, you know, you prepared for cold and it ended up not really being cold. But the end result is very nice. If you came out later in the day, it'd be perfect. I'm sure it'll be cold tonight, though. If you come out for Luminous, you'll want to have a sweatshirt on for that. All right, we've got the Germany Pavilion booth here. I don't believe there was anything new on here. However, the red wine braised beef short rib is a staple that I had to come back for every year. And I was wrong. The pork and white bean cassoulet is new. And then, of course, in Germany, you've got a beer flight. Got some really big, cool pieces over here. Let me see. Looks like it's a mix of Disney and not. Oh, no, that is. Looks like it's Walt in front of Carthay Circle. Yeah, there you go. Very cool. So again, you'll find some big pieces that you can take home. And when you get something that big, they will ship it to you. As we make our way towards the China Pavilion, I'll mention again, if you'd like to get out for the EPCOT International Festival of the Arts or just plan a Walt Disney World Resort vacation in general, head to d2travel.com or send us an email at info@d2travel.com and let one of our advisors start planning that for you today. Again, it is no additional cost to you, and it takes a lot of stress off of your shoulders. It makes things so much easier. So again, that is d2travel.com. Stephen liked that Walt at Carthay Circle piece. Yeah, I thought that one was really cool as well. But again, I have no room for any more. We have I think we have pieces from Festival of the Arts that we haven't even hung up yet from years ago. So I can't add to a collection that I can't display anywhere. The next booth up here in the China Pavilion is the Painted Panda. So you see usually the photos are on this side here. There we go. We've got the General Tso's chicken shumai. You got shrimp dumplings with pumpkin puree. Interesting. And then an egg tart. Yeah, I would. The General Tso's is a no-brainer. I've gotten that one before. The shrimp dumplings are new. I don't know how I feel about pumpkin puree with shrimp dumplings, but might have to try it. You can see the end of the line over here for Frozen Ever After. I haven't paid attention to what the wait times were, but I have to assume they're pretty long given the crowd levels here today. It's not entirely uncommon to see the line for Frozen come out here, so not too crazy. I would expect that's probably around 70, 75 minutes, something like that, which is, I would say, only a little bit above average for Frozen.
Wait, I like this.
Norway is.
All right, now coming into the Mexico Pavilion. Those of you who've been watching for a while know the Mexico booth is always one of my stops. I don't believe they had anything new this year, but they had a very good menu last year, so I'm excited to try some of my favorites again. We'll get around to checking out the menu in just a second here. You're always going to see a long line for Choza de Margarita here. It's a nice day for a margarita for sure.
Yes, that's right. Yes.
Now we're going to make one more stop after this one and then head back up to the front of the park to wrap things up. And I want to check out the Mexico Pavilion booth here. Yeah, we got a carne asada, which was really, really good last year. Oh, maybe the croqueta is new. A chorizo croquette in chipotle salsa. So I don't remember having that one last year. And then you've got a creamy corn custard and caramelized sugar. Interesting. But that carne asada last year I know was very, very good. So I'll probably be getting that again. All right, we're going to come through the Odyssey building for Figment's Inspiration Station. I feel like it's one of the things we usually miss during our live streams for the festivals here. You can see they have this Skittles rainbow cake made with Skittles popped freeze-dried candy. I'm not a big fan of Skittles. However, they've used these freeze-dried Skittles for things in the past, and they're weirdly good. I believe they had a grape slushie last year or the year before with freeze-dried Skittles on top, and it was very good. This is also where you will find the Figment popcorn bucket, which we'll see if they have one on display. We'll take a look at that. Well, you'll see a lot of guests walking around with it as well.
Okay, turn around. Let me take a picture.
Well, it looked like they had a mobile order pickup for the Figment popcorn bucket. Here's the Inspiration Station. Oh, it looks like here's where you'll get your popcorn bucket. It's a Figment art all around the walls. It's cool. And Figment projections moving around. And here's where you would get your popcorn bucket. I like the way they changed this out. It's really mostly just a seating area, which, you know, EPCOT has vastly improved in recent years. The days of eating your festival food on trash cans are pretty much gone. But they do a really good job theming this seating area for every different festival, which is cool. You see Muppet Labs for food and wine. It's a Santa meet and greet area also for the Festival of the Holidays. Oh, you can see this is the line. This is the line for the Figment popcorn bucket here. They had plenty of them, so it doesn't look like they're going to sell out, but definitely going to have to wait a while to get yours. All right, coming by towards Test Track, which is still closed. You can hear construction going on in there. They are transforming Test Track into Test Track 3.0. And that is set to open later this year. I would expect late summer. Randy says, but it's a rite of passage to eat on EPCOT trash cans. I'm not saying I haven't done it. I'm just saying you don't have to do it as much anymore. It used to be that you wouldn't see these little tables out here that you see set up, and trash cans were the only surface to put your food down on. See, people are still doing it. Alan says, oh my, that is a line. Yeah, the first weekend of a festival typically also has some sort of popcorn bucket or sipper or something like that that Disney fans are going to go crazy for. So you're going to see that. And then one of two things will happen. Either that item will be sold out and you won't see it come back, or they'll have a bunch of them left and you can get it very easily towards the end of the event. So we got the deconstructed dish here, where you can get the deconstructed BLT and deconstructed key lime pie. I have had the BLT before. It was very good. All right, we are going to head back to the center of the park to get a nice view of Spaceship Earth to wrap things up today. But you can see there are more art booths over here, more different pieces for sale. There's so much to see at Festival of the Arts, between all the food and all the art and all the other things like the Disney on Broadway exhibit they have this year. Of course, there's the Disney on Broadway concert series. There are photo ops and things like that I didn't really point out because of the crowd levels back in World Showcase, but there are those what do you call them? Like the pop-out photo ops where they put you into iconic artwork. Oh, I didn't even get to show you either. I don't know if you guys can see in the video, but that purple wall way off there in the distance, that is the Paint by Numbers mural that'll be going throughout the event. And what you do is you go get your spot in line. When it's your turn, they give you a number and they give you a color of paint, and you go paint 5 squares with your number on it. And then at the end, it looks like a completely finished mural. They've done some really cool ones in the past, like the monorail going through Epcot and things like that. So we'll have to come back and see what it looks like when it's closer to being finished. Steven says, I hope to ride Spaceship Earth one day. Yeah, have you not done that? That's a must-do for sure. Classic Walt Disney World attraction. I think we tried to live stream that once and it completely shut us down. There was just no service in there. But maybe I can do a full video of that someday. We'll get that up on our YouTube. Randy says we had a lot of fun doing the paint by number booth. Yeah, and when you do that, when you paint, they give you basically like a bookmark size of the finished mural. I know I said we're going to wrap things up at Spaceship Earth, but I want to show you the guitarist is performing right now. So we're going to just watch him for a few seconds here, and then we'll wrap things up.
joining us and have a wonderful rest of your day here at the EPCOT International Festival of the Arts.
Yeah, that guy's incredible. I will come back and watch him every time he's performing here now. And I can't think of a better way to end today's video than with that. So let's just get a nice look at Spaceship Earth as we wrap things up. As we make our way there, I'll remind you guys one more time, if you'd like to plan a Walt Disney World Resort vacation, head to d2travel.com or send us an email at info@d2travel.com. That's D, the number 2, travel.com. Let one of our amazing advisors do all the heavy lifting for your next trip. Take all the stress out of planning a Walt Disney World Resort vacation, which I will admit is not easy these days. So let one of our advisors do all that work for you. And again, no additional cost to you. So it's a no-brainer. Here we go. We'll wrap things up right up here. And again, I will say too, if you are new to these videos, we do these live streams roughly once a week. We get out to fun places like the parks, the hotels, and other fun things. So be sure to like, follow, subscribe. Occasionally we do these live streams exclusively on our YouTube channel, so head over there as well, youtube.com/d2travel. Look for that same logo you see here.
I'm not going to worry about it.
And that's going to do it for us today. So thanks again, everybody, and I will see you all real soon. Bye.